It's interesting to think how we've missed this particular, well, bon mot inside the world of Harry and Meghan. But we all have. And it could be something, of course, that certain people, particularly those that have paid them millions of pounds, could now be simply regretting. As ever, let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you, by the way, for your lovely, kind comments about my recent video regarding Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and of course, that wonderful, brave lady that went through so much. But, you know, as I said, thanks to Catherine and many other people, she managed to get some of her dreams. And that's really all we can ask for, isn't it? Truly, you know, you kind of look and think, wow, whichever way you look at it, you have to find the positive in all of these things that are going around. It must be very difficult, though. Tenuous link here, I have to tell you. Sorry, we haven't done a wave. I mean, nice to see you. Sorry. The thing is, it must be very difficult, I think, if, you know, when you think about it, how you could find this sort of positivity if you've just, you know, looked at what Harry and Meghan have delivered. Executive produced, no less, the Polo show, right? Imaginatively titled, of course, Polo. Right. Now this, as we all know, is now, as the kids say, dropped. I prefer to say the word released. And, well, it's been panned, as one can imagine, by the critics. I've seen clips of it. I couldn't really sit through it. It's not my thing. I do find the way that they treat the horses really bad, actually. It's very hard to watch because the horses are doing their best. They're just animals. They're doing their best. They don't need to be whipped and thrashed and all that sort of stuff. I find that very hard to contend with. And one, I'm surprised, in fact, that, you know, allegedly Harry and Meghan have allowed to go out, but there you go. Now, as we all know, this came with very little fanfare, even though both of them have been very active with Meghan on the red carpet recently, and Prince Harry popping up with a chat with the New York Times to moan on again about how difficult his life is and how people don't take him seriously enough, you know, this sort of thing. Here's where it gets really interesting again, though, because in a little known sort of thing, and this is really where I think, and, you know, I think I speak for many people who have hired Harry and Meghan, at the time of when they took them on, they would have thought, you know, wow, we can't wait to get this, you know. All the people like Spotify, Penguin Random House, they've all suffered from this one glitch. And it was a glitch clearly that's been inserted into their contract, as ever, allegedly, and I've seen it. And the thing is that, you know, when Netflix got these things, including their docu-series that they released, 3 years ago now, 2 years ago, well, they really should have gone out there, if you like, and promoted on chat shows and digital platforms and maybe one-on-one interviews, stuff like that. But they have a clause in their contract which basically states that they're not obligated to actually do any promotion. I kid you not. So, you know, if you'd got a deal with Netflix and all that money, you'd be expected to maybe go on a late night chat show, as I say, maybe a few round radio interviews, perhaps even do a sort of promo day where people come in and interview, a little bit like a film junket. No, they didn't need to do that, and that was part of the deal. So it's actually not their fault why they're not going out there. They were never asked to do that. Now, one might suspect maybe there was another fee attached if they did want them to do that, but that's really why Harry and Meghan have remained so silent on this new project. They're not being paid. They get paid to make the programme. They don't necessarily get paid to promote it. Of course, it would be in their best interest if they went out and did that. But of course, when did Harry and Meghan ever think about their own best interest regarding business deals? I think what's glaringly obvious that if you are the boss of Netflix, you simply can't continue because truly, this is a shambles, but it's a big empty shambles that's got a lot of PR for the streaming giant. But it is in the positive light or the negative light. As ever, it'll remain to be seen. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.